LEGO Ninjago's minifigures are almost as renowned as the franchise itself. It seems like everyone has heard of the legendary Golden Ninja figure or the iconic four-armed Garmadon. So today, we're going to take a look at my list of the top 10 best LEGO Ninjago minifigures, as well as some of the community's picks as of December 2024. Without further ado, let's go! So I have touched on good Ninjago minifigures many times before, but shockingly I'd never done an actual definitive top 10 list. So for this video I thought long and hard and narrowed down dozens of candidates to a palatable number. So in the 10th spot we have no singular Ninjago figure in particular actually, but a group of 4 very nostalgic suits, the NRG Ninja from 2012. I sadly do not own any of these minifigures yet, the keyword there being yet, but I have been slowly and surely collecting a bunch of Ninjago sets and figures I missed out on years ago, so I hope to have them soon. There are 4 NRG figures, Kai, Jake, Cole and Zane, who all appeared in spinner blister packs in 2012, and Zane also appeared in a magazine for whatever reason, resulting in him being slightly less expensive than his counterparts. Once again, no one of these in particular is my favourite. I like them all. I think that they look great and are infinitely better than modern Ninjago gimmick suits. I mean, compare these beautifully crafted specimens to 2025 spinner sets. The difference is night and day. The spinners themselves are fine now, but we always only get 3 sets and never a full set of outfits for the team. It's baffling. At least we have past Ninjago to look back upon. The NRG suits will always hold a special place in most Ninjago fans' hearts. In the 9th spot we have the most recently released minifigure to be included on this list today, Evil J from the Tournament Battle Arena set in 2024. I've talked about this figure a bit before, but I just think he really is phenomenal. A running theme you'll see in this video is that I really favour older Ninjago minifigures over modern ones. Not that they're by any means bad now, but I suffer from something called nostalgia, as a lot of Ninjago fans do, which makes us tend to like older stuff better. However, having said that, Evil J instantly blew me away when he was revealed. I put up a poll recently to see whether people preferred the Evil J minifigure from 2024 or the version from 2025, and the majority were in favour of the former. However, there was a fair bit of division in the comments section. The suit is basically a dark mode version of his mech pilot suit, and I think it looks even cooler than that one did. The yellow on the torso contrasts so well with the black and dark blue, and I'm glad to see that the pale yellow colour has become a mainstay of J's palette. A lot of people subscribe to the belief that Ninjago's earlier products are better, and I partially believe that sentiment. However, at the same time, it's minifigures like this that lead me to argue that even after all these years, the Ninjago design team has still got it. Number 8 is the Sensei Woo minifigure featured in the Temple of Air Jitsu set. I think this is my definitive favourite version of Woo. We've had so many good ones like his caped variant or the one from the Dragonstone Shrine, or the solid gold version, but this one has always stood out to me. The gold robe thing he's got going on here is really unique looking and it's printed well. He also appears in this outfit for a decent chunk of Possession's runtime. Also, anyone else remember when we used to get unique Woo suits every season? It sucks that they don't do that anymore. We're lucky if we even get a Woo minifigure every 6 months, honestly. The 7th spot belongs to a minifigure that most regular viewers of this channel are probably familiar with by now, the original Overlord minifigure from the Battle for Ninjago City set in 2014. This was the first time we were granted with this big baddie's presence physically, after he appeared only in television form in 2012 and 2013. As you may or may not know, the Ninjago Season 2 sets had a very small budget, which is why we only got 6 as opposed to the 35 or 40 that came in the seasons before. And if Season 2 had have had a giant wave of sets, we very likely would have gotten the floating fart version of Overlord in some capacity. As it stands though, we never got that and had to wait until Season 3 for a minifig version, and I'd say the wait was very well worth it. He has an extremely visually appealing combination of gold, black, pink and purple, and still looks better than his newer versions in my opinion. And he also averages around $50 US, so one of the pricier Ninjago minifigures out there. Though the reason this minifigure is so special to me personally is because I got it for my birthday 10 years ago, and I have rather fond memories of the Battle for Ninjago City set. Number 6 is a figure you are also probably very familiar with by now, Possessed Lloyd from the Attack of the Morrow Dragon and the City of Styx sets in 2015. I'll keep it brief to avoid repetition here. This one seems to be a fan favourite. I've seen it talked about many times and I completely understand why. This figure is incredibly unique by all accounts. The molds are super original and dope looking and the colour scheme is great. And it is one that I hope to add to my collection in 2025. For number 5, we have the original 4-armed Garmadon minifigure from the year the world was supposed to end, who appeared in the Destiny's Bounty, Epic Dragon Battle and the Temple of Light, but with a Stone Warrior mask piece in that last set. I absolutely love this Garmadon figure. Don't get me wrong, I love the original Garmadon as well, but that version didn't have 4 arms like this one, and he was the second ever Ninjago character to sport 4 arms, which would soon become a defining feature of the theme's villains. The printing on his face is also really cool with the metallic colours and piercing red eyes. I think the torso and leg printing also looks very awesome. Not to mention, he introduced the newer style of Samurai helmet piece, and in pearl grey, which has only appeared on him and Samurai X in that colour. This is certainly a very iconic figure, and is the best looking version of Garmadon to me personally, even though I do love the way the resurrected one looks. In 4th place, we have a recent addition to my collection, Samai, leader of the Skulkin. He has long been a minifigure I have admired, but since actually having him in hand, I've appreciated him even more. This is one of the oldest and still to this day uniquest Ninjago characters ever, also the first to feature 4 arms. Up until recently, I never quite knew how this figure was constructed. Turns out he uses 2 very specialised pieces sandwich boarded over a regular Skulkin torso. He is a really funky looking character, though his personality is kind of lackluster. And he is relatively rare, only appearing in Garmadon's Dark Fortress and the Fire Temple sets, and he was one of the only villains who got omitted from the Day of the Departed sets, despite appearing in the show. They really just don't make Ninjago characters quite like this anymore. Now it's time to count down my top 3 favourite LEGO Ninjago minifigures of all time. In 3rd place we have ZX Lloyd. He appeared in his own spinner, the Epic Dragon Battle and the super secret dropship from the LEGO movie, except he had the newer style Lloyd face in that set. I think this is the best ZX Ninja outfit and Lloyd's second best outfit ever. The printing is fantastic and he looks really high quality. I especially love the little printed diamonds all over him, and I think it's awesome that the star on the hood has printing as well. They really did not disappoint when it finally came time to release the legendary Green Ninja minifigure. Number 2 is an extremely predictable choice, if you've seen my profile picture. It is Pythor P. Shumsworth. Now there are 5 different versions of Pythor, and I can never decide which is my favourite. It's basically a tie between the original version and the Day of the Departed version. I really don't know which I like the look of more. Similar to Samai, this is a highly unique character with highly specialised pieces. Unlike Samai, however, Pythor's pieces have been in relatively frequent use for the past dozen years, resulting in them not retiring, as he appeared in sets in 2012, 2015, 2016, 2019 and 2022, so we're almost due for an appearance of him again to keep the head mould in use. Once again, fire minifigure, and it's not every day you see a person-sized snake character in a LEGO theme. And I can't move on to number 1 without some honourable mentions first, like DX Lloyd, Dareth, the Postman, all the Serpentine Generals, Chokin, Natakan, Tozu, Moro, Harumi, Kilo, and the Sonama suits, just to name a few. As you can probably tell, this list was very difficult to compile. And now we have reached the highly coveted number 1 position, who is probably no big secret because he's undoubtedly on the thumbnail, but it is Golden Lloyd from 2013. He appeared in 3 sets, the Golden Dragon, the Temple of Light and the Dimension set in 2015, making him not as rare as other figures on this list, but still a very desirable one. So yeah, out of the over 800 Ninjago minifigures there has been, this one is my absolute favourite. He is pretty much the same as the Kimono Lloyd figure, but he's completely pearl gold here, and I just think the figure's phenomenal, especially due to the epic battle scene he was featured in the TV show. I honestly feel like finding a Ninjago fan who doesn't love the Golden Ninjas minifigure is harder than finding a sealed NRG. I have nothing but praise for the Ninjago design team here. And now it's time to take a look at some of my community's top picks based on a post I recently made. Some very popular choices were the aforementioned Overlord and Evil J. I also saw plenty of great ones name dropped like Pink Zane, Char, NRG Nia, Vangelis, Acronics and Crux, the DX and ZX suits, Titanium Zane, Future J, Original Lloyd, Possessed Lloyd, Tozu, Chen, honestly all the usual suspects when it comes to beloved Ninjago figures. It seems like with this theme the good stuff outweighs the bad, which is great to see. Anyway, thank you very much for watching and thanks to everyone who commented on that post. Also leave a like if you would like to maybe see a top 10 worst list, and this will be my last video dropping before Christmas 2024, and my second last video of the year, so I hope everyone has a wonderful holidays. That's been all for today folks, have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.